Hello, Carlin! I am here with my brand new bookcase, which you saw earlier, so it's not brand new to you, but it's a brand new bookcase. Trust me, it's brand new. It's fabulous. Okay. Besides that, I'm going to answer your question from your video, which is about Game of Thrones. I am aware of it, and I've seen like the first couple episodes, but I haven't actually watched it like all the way through. And it would be really awesome if we started watching it together, because then it's not like one of us is ahead of the other. So it's not like, wait until you get to this part, and then it's all awkward if it's not my favorite part or whatever. So anyway, we should start watching it together, because it seems really awesome. And your folklore book is pretty awesome. It's huge, and I'm using awesome a lot, and you'll just have to ignore that, I guess. Yeah, your folklore book is really cool. Sea and folklore, that's pretty awesome. You'll have to tell me some neat, like, human stories from it and stuff, anthropological things. Also, I'm wearing the shirt that you gave me for Christmas. And I really don't have all that exciting of a life. It's a big deal when I have this bookcase, and the fact that furniture is the most exciting thing to me, other than, like, the occasional poker night and stuff, it's not as glamorous as it seems, trust me. So, besides that, Erin being able to potentially do our, before and after, like an intro, outro thing, potentially would be really cool, and I would have to thank him gloriously for that. Besides that, I guess I'll just start off with the main subject of my video, which is my bookcase. I'm going to take you on a tour of it because I'm doing a lot of tours, but I'm going to take you on a tour of it because I have it all organized and I'm very proud, and I have very few people to share it with who will be as attentive as you are watching this video, because you don't have a choice. So here's the tour of my bookcase. Alright, I'm doing this on the stand because all of my YouTube videos up until this point have been very shaky, and I'm trying to avoid that. So anyway, here is the top shelf of my bookcase. It's sturdy-ish. My bookcase is very wobbly. Here are all of the DVDs that I proclaim as mine. They are my DVDs, not the family's, they're mine. I have seasons 1 through 4 of House because it's sort of a thing of mine. I like it. And then I have Frat Party at the Pancake Festival from Linkin Park, and the Minutes to Midnight DVD, because why not? Linkin Park, yeah. Then I have Ugly Betty Season 1. I don't know if you ever watched Ugly Betty. Have you? If so, it's a great show. If not, you should watch it anyway, if you can find it. Then I have the Season 1 of Sherlock, which is glary, but that's okay. Yeah, Season 1 of Sherlock. And then I have the Sherlock Holmes movie from America. Woo! And then that's the end of the America, because I have the first and the fourth series of Doctor Who, which is weird, but they're my favorite seasons, and then I'll probably fill in between all the other seasons. And then I have Lilo and Stitch, which is one of my favorite Disney movie next to, like, Lion King. And then I have Desert Punk, which is actually David's DVD. And then I have Hamlet, which is dramatic. Yeah, Hamlet. Although in the viewfinder it says Telma. But anyway. And then I have a DVD that goes with one of my books on the second shelf down. You'll see that in a second. And I have Portal 2, because it's the best game ever in the whole world. And then I have my Rosetta Stone over here with the microphone, headset, dealy bob. And then I have a book full of my stories. I got it published because of NaNoWriMo, just because. So I have an actual book by me, by my pen name being Patricia Kane, because why not? And all these stories that are unfinished. Anyway, let's move on to the second shelf. Here is the second shelf of my bookcase, and this is the one that is more like future focused and stuff like that. So it's got all of my cookbooks and all of the books that I got from the CIA the first time I went up there. Yeah, it makes me really happy. This one is the most girthy book on my entire bookshelf. Ugh. It's called The Professional Chef, and it's a pretty good book, I have to say. I'm not being paid or anything. That would be nice, but yeah, it's really intense, very heavy. If I dropped this, the camera would fall off and it would be awful. This book. Ugh. And then this is the book that goes with that DVD up there, and all of that. And then over here, which I'm standing in front of, are all my Doctor Who books that I've read every single one of these. They're pretty fun. They're all the same basic, like, design. I've got the books, the Time Traveler's Almanac, and then a graphic novel, which makes me really happy because I'm like, I didn't know that Doctor Who had graphic novels, but they do. And I'm a big comic book person, nerd kind of thing, so I don't know, it makes me happy. On to the third shelf. And here's my third shelf. You'll notice some things have changed, like the angle of the camera and everything. That's because the batteries died and I had to find whole new batteries. But in any case, here's my third shelf. It consists basically of satire, which is like Christopher Moore books from here to here. These are all the books he's ever written, ever. He's my favorite author, and I love him very much. Yes, he's quite good. And then I have a couple Douglas Adams books, and then all of my zombie books over there. Like I have the big compilation of The Walking Dead, which is my second biggest book, next to The Professional Chef. And then I have the Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, which is amazing. And the Zombie Survival Guide, and Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and all of this satire and zombie stuff. So yeah, then we'll move on to the second to last shelf. Here's my second to last shelf. This is where I keep all of my young adult fiction and stuff like that. I have all of John Green's books right here, with the exception of An Abundance of Catherine's, which Zoe is reading right now. Then I have some Mark Hayden books, and then some Lauren Weisberger, and a bunch of other young adult, like, this is my favorite young adult female fiction books. It's called The Great and Terrible Beauty, Rebel Angels, and The Sweet Far Thing. They're really, really good books. If you ever get the opportunity, go and read them. And then over in that far over there, that's kind of hidden in the dark, is my Dragonlance / fantasy section, and this is my cat. And that's just where I keep all of my fantasy and stuff like that. So yeah, that's that. And then my tripod is not short enough for me to keep this steady, so here is my final shelf. It's basically, here's my final shelf. It's basically consists of my manga, all of my pen pal letters in a shoebox, and then some fill 'em in like journals and books and stuff like that. I have my crossword book down there. Yeah, and that's my entire bookshelf. It's pretty great and pretty tall and pretty fabulous. And I guess that I will see you next video.